Hey yo guys, what's good? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're having a great day as always, and guys, hit the like button, support the channel. But anyway, today guys, I want to talk about the worst NBA players of all time. Now, these players make JaVale McGee look like he's Michael Jordan. These players make JaVale McGee look like he's the LeBron James of today's era. But anyway, let's get started. So here are the top 20 worst NBA players. So at number 20, we got Bryant Scalabrine. Now, Bryant Scalabrine, he has a championship. Now, you might be wondering, how is he the worst when he has a ring? Well, the GM of every NBA team that goes to the finals and wins a ring, I mean, they have a ring, right? So Bryant Scalabrine, he was a member of the 2008 Boston Celtics, and he won a finals championship ring without even playing a single playoff minute that year. And guess how many points he averaged for his 11 seasons in the NBA? He averaged 3.1 points. How? How do you average 3.1 points? Did he just get into the NBA and just shot 1 3 and that was it? And he got 2.2 rebounds. How? How? At number 19, we got Zach TABAK. Listen, if I mess up these names, it's because the worst names for the worst NBA players of all time. But anyway, now Zen, that's what I'm gonna call him. He had 18 starts and 20 minutes per game at the center position, and he only managed to average 7.7 points and 4.8 rebounds on a team that averaged 16 points per game. I mean, even the team is worse, because I mean, you have a player who's averaging 4.7 points and 4.8 rebounds on a team that got 16.5 points per game. The worst player on the worst team. And then at number 18, we got Elliot Williams. Now, he was a 26-year-old who bounced between the Utah Jazz and New Orleans on a 10-day contract. Now, he averaged only 2.8 points on 37.8 shooting. Now, listen, I'm not an NBA player. If you put me in the NBA right now, I'm the worst. I'll probably average 0.0 points. But I mean, you a pro. You've been playing throughout your entire high school. You got drafted into the NBA. How do you only average 2.8 points? I don't know. You guys tell me in the comment section. I don't know. At number 17, we got Oliver Miller. Now, he's a heavy dude. I'm saying he was called the Big O for Big O Trash. I'm saying, but he was 280 pounds. Now, he had trouble with his weight. He even went up to 375 pounds. Now, when you're that heavy, it's gonna be hard to put up points. I mean, I understand why he couldn't average that many points, because I mean, by the time he inbounces the ball to his teammate and he runs up the court, the game is over. And think about it, like on jump ball, when he jumps for the ball, by the time he gets up the court, the game is already over. So at number 16, we got Mark MADSEN. Hey, listen, if I'm saying this name's wrong, the career was wrong. But anyway, listen. Now, Mark only averaged as many as 4 points and rebounds, even though he played 450 games in the NBA and even started 70 times, and he even appeared in 49 playoff games. So how do you average 4 points your entire career? I don't understand. Bruh. Listen, if I was in the NBA, I would be the most trash player. But guess what? I'm being taken in the NBA as I am right now. These dudes had time to play since they were little kids. They went into college. They were obviously nice for them to get drafted into the NBA. So you get drafted into the NBA and you only average 4 points even though you've been playing basketball your entire life. And then at number 15, we got my favorite. We got Anthony Bennett. This is so interesting because he was a 22-year-old former #1 overall pick. So he was a #1 pick that was 22 years old. So he was still young. And 29 NBA GMs, they didn't want him when they were offered a 22-year-old #1 overall pick. I mean, he was a 2013 top pick who scored double digits in scoring just 8 times in his last season. So imagine you worked so hard to get into the NBA and you only scored 8 times your entire career. Bruh, get him out of here, coach. At number 14, we got Brian Cardinal. So he averaged no fewer than 10 points in any of his 4 seasons, and he couldn't even reach double-digit scoring averages in any of his 12 NBA seasons. 12 NBA seasons, that's 12 years. 12 years went by and you averaged no fewer than 10 points. His best was 9.6 points in 2003 and 04 with the Golden State Warriors. I mean, he was the JaVale McGee of that time, but he still got a $34.5 million contract from the Memphis Grizzlies. At number 13, we got Ricky Davis. Now, he was the Russell Westbrook of that time. I mean, he was selfish and he made a lot of attempts to complete a triple-double by collecting a rebound off a miss on his own basket. So what he was doing was this. He was trying to get a triple-double when he played. He was the Russell Westbrook of that time, but the opposite. So anyway, I don't know if that makes any sense. So what he did was this. He would shoot, miss on purpose, so he can get a rebound, so he can get a triple-double. Really, bro? At least Russell Westbrook misses a free throw and runs and gets the rebound, but that's a free throw. He was just pulling up, I'm gonna miss and I'm gonna run for the rebound. But I mean, at the same time, how did he not average a triple-double? I mean, because if you're shooting and missing, you know where the ball's gonna land because you're the one who shot it. But he was missing on purpose, so he knew where the ball was gonna be at, and he still couldn't average a triple-double. And then we got MENGKE. Listen, I wouldn't even try to attempt his name, just like how he didn't try to attempt to be the best in the NBA. Now, he didn't even try his best, and I'm not kidding. He had a championship ring, but he averaged more fouls than points. That's all you need to know. So anyway, number 11, we got RAFAEL. I wouldn't even attempt to say his last name because he didn't attempt to be the best in the NBA. Now, he was just not quick, not even strong, and not even athletic. I don't even know why he's really on this list because he's one of those dudes that talk trash about NBA players. And then if you tell him, Ethan, you play in the NBA. And they're like, what? But I'm not as strong as the NBA players. I'm not as tall. I'm not as athletic. So, I mean, he was as tall because he was in the NBA for a reason. But he was not athletic. He was not strong. And he wasn't quick. So he was like the average, everyday NBA fan that's not even strong, not even fast, not even quick, and then they just get dropped into the NBA, and then now you're like, oh shit, I'm not even quick, I'm not even strong. He couldn't even fit in the NBA. His body was not up to par. Now we got Peter CHILCUTT. I think that's how you say his last name. I mean, well, he should have just chilled and just cut himself out of the NBA as soon as he realized he was trash. He averaged less than 6 points, but I mean, how you average less than 6 points? Like, do you even try? Like, what are you doing? Your last name is CHILCUTT. That's how I'm gonna say it. His last name is CHILCUTT. I don't care if I'm saying it wrong. To me, his last name is CHILCUTT. He should have chilled and cut himself out of the NBA when he realized, yo, I'm averaging less than 6 points. I would have been quit. And now we got Nico. That's how I'm gonna say it. I mean, some of these players are so trash and the last name is so trash that it's like, yo, should I even try to pronounce the last name? I mean, they're not good enough. I mean, if someone like LeBron James had a bad name, I would at least try to pronounce it because of how great they were, but they're so trash. Now he averaged 2.9 points per game. How? Did he just shoot free throws? This might not be true, but in my logic, I'm thinking, oh wait, so he was just shooting free throws and he was missing every one. So in every game, he was at least making 2 free throws. I don't know. And at number 7, we had CHILCUTT. Now, he had a lot of alcohol problems. He had an $8.5 million contract with the LA Clippers. And he had 3 DUIs and multiple clashes with Clippers coaches. And he was subject of a viral video in which he was seen being beaten up by a mob of people. So he just couldn't catch a break. He had a lot of DUIs and he fought with his coaches. And he was beaten up by a lot of people. Now, that's not a good career. At number 6, we got Michael Ruffin. I think that's how you say his name. Now, he averaged 2.6 points, no surprise, and 5.8 rebounds. Now, in his entire career, he had 942 fouls, less than points, which he had 716. Now, he wrapped up his career with more career personal fouls, 942, than points, 916. Number 5, we got Bryant Reeves. Now, he just couldn't catch a break. He had a lot of injuries. Now, he had a lot of injuries and he was so big that he couldn't really move. So it limited him. I mean, he had a lot of injuries that just cut his career short. He was averaging like what, 0 points. And number 4, we got MANUTEBOL. I think that's his name, boy. I don't know. These might be the worst players, but I'm the worst at pronouncing the worst players' names, which goes hand in hand, which goes perfect. Now, he averaged 3.9 points with the Golden State Warriors in 1988 and 89. And that was like his career best. And number 3, we got Sun Yu. I think that's his name, Sun Yu. Now, his first NBA game, he collected 4 fouls and 2 turnovers in 5 minutes. Now, in his career, he accumulated more fouls than points and as many turnovers and assists and steals combined. Now, he only played 10 games in the NBA and the Lakers realized that he wasn't an NBA player. I'm saying they were like, get him out of here, coach. At number 2, we got Cherokee Parks. Now, he was just getting beat up in the post by faster and stronger and larger players. And he played an NBA career that lasted 9 seasons, including 7 teams. So he was just moving around, nobody wanted him. And he just gave up. So he just started getting a lot of tattoos. And people were more impressed by how he looked, how his tattoos looked at him than his actual game in the NBA. And number 1, we got Javaris. Now, he was the number 1 pick that never cracked, that never had 6 points in a game. And what happened was he also pleaded guilty to manslaughter. So he killed someone and he was sentenced to 23 years in prison. So after that, his NBA career was over. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. So these were the top 20 worst NBA players. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'm out.